Hello and welcome back to Songs of Syx. Here we are continuing our Tilapi city, and I'm going to do something a little different because normally I do a little bit of editing, but as I'm strapped for time today, I'm just going to go over how I build and do some building with you guys. It's going to be a shorter episode, potentially, or maybe a little longer, but less produced in that episode. Always experimenting on this channel. Don't ever expect the same constantly. I try not to do the same over and over and over. I think that gets pretty boring. So straight away, I do want more fruit. We have this little Tilapi nursery here. I had originally planned to duplicate it onto this side, but as that would block the road, kind of don't want to. Kind of want to put it somewhere else. I feel like we could get away with putting it over here somewhere. Oh no, it's touching the pasture there. Or not the pasture, but the whatever that fucking thing is. I can't remember the name of it for fucking some reason. What the hell is that thing called? An orchard. Wow, that is the biggest brain fart I've ever had in my life. I don't know where I want to put the baby zone. I do know I want archers to be kind of in this area. So I guess baby zone has to be here. Is it line up? No, it's not gonna line up with that building. That stinks. We do it like this. That's how you do it right there. And then you drag your road through here. And you drag your road through here. Archer's gonna be up here. More of these laboratories straight up here. Try to expand our population as best we can. Because a lot of this game is just waiting, and we need wood too. Let's get some of that going. You notice I don't have any woodcutters as well, because they are a waste of your time. I'm gonna get all of this. Get some of that right there. Kind of clear off the sides of our roads. And we got another fruit orchard here. Perfect, perfect. Good thing I can remember what the name is there. Almost fucking had a hernia. Fucking aneurysm at the same time. The double whammy. Let's see if we can't put some decorations in this little spot here. So as it goes for decorations, I try to put trees. Primarily, I like the trees more. But if I have a spare space like this, I will put a little bit of a flower bed here. Trying to see if I wanted to mash it over a little bit. And then I tried to put the benches near the same things. So like if there's harmony being emitted in this area, I try to put benches near it so that they can actually get some benefit out of that. So we'll put something like that. And I think we'll just make a road going from here. Then we'll put a little bit of something like, actually we're gonna do something a little different because I'd like them ideally not to cross this zone here. And that will be perfect, and then we'll have the bench here, and it'll create like a natural barrier so they don't cross over. They'll use the roads that are available to them. I think that the fences are really useful in the inner city, especially if they use like weird paths that they shouldn't be. And I also want to do this. Suspend the other job helps this one get done. There's going to be a whole new logistics system, as Jake has been talking about in the devlog. And the devlog is on the Discord, and he's regularly updating it. He gave me date or a time frame of about a month for it to be a new update. So be sure to check it out. There's going to be some really fucking banger new videos coming out. There's just all kinds of cool features. Like the diplomacy is just going to be flipped on its head, and I'll be like a baby, a newborn baby in the world here. Just like these Tilapis, just like these little Tilapis in their little room here. They have something different. Most of them have, like, I think it's called a what are they? We don't have the option to build them, but when you build them, they all have a different option. They have teepees. These are called teepees. The other guys have different things, like playpens or whatever, rugs and stuff. But these guys have little teepees. These look like grass mats, I guess they lay on them or something. I don't know. I'd love to know the lore of what they're actually laying on, because these guys are a nefarious race of people. They are really strange, and if you look at them right here, how do I look at their face? I always forget how to pull up their faces here. Like this, they're all women. And if you scroll down, they're all women. We do have some Kryptonians though, which is useful. I think for the sake of this episode, I'm actually going to get a couple more guys. We have, obviously, some immigrants. I'm not strict to the point of I don't want immigrants. I just know that they do cause a little bit of a problem overall. And you can see we're building up really good supplies. Like, not on the furniture because we don't have a lot of guys working here. But on the iron and the fabric front, we're actually giving people access to these items in their homes. So the fact that we still have some stored away is pretty good. I also want to build the same exact shape pasture here. Do I want Enteldome? Oryx give you... So something I thought before was that Oryx gave you less livestock per animal, but they give you the exact same 0.09 as the Enteldome, and the Onks give you 0.06, but they give you 0.5 on the cotton, which is significantly less than the leather would be here, but I believe that you have more of them. I don't know, so I'm gonna actually test that. I'm gonna build a pasture for him here. I think, what do we have? I think it's like this. So one of those, okay, like that. That should be the exact same size. I really hope it is. Because if it's not, that's gonna stink. It's gonna really stink. Like a nasty little Kryptonian. Man, I wonder what they smell like. They probably smell really bad. They probably smell horrific. Just all sweaty. Wait, did that not... Excuse me? That's 97? What? Excuse me, sir? How is it the same exact size as the other one? It must not have made it a full thing there. Whatever. We'll do it like that. Alright, let's get those guys working. I really hope that the best way to tell if we actually made it the same is to copy that and then place it like this. And we did. Perfect. That's great. Now we have the shape of that pasture done. Oh, looks like it needs to be longer. Yeah, it needs to be down one more. This is typically the stuff that I do off camera, but because I'm strapped for time today, I do want to give you guys something. I was doing some Dwarf Fortress off camera last night, and good lord, that game is fun. I feel bad because Keeper RL had such a good following, and a lot of people really liked it, and I am not going back to that game unless you kill me and you force me. I tried so many times. I tried like a lot, and maybe I will come back in a some time, but it just hurts, and I don't understand it. And that's sometimes some people will say cope or whatever, you can cry, or all these different horrible negative things that you say because you feel better about yourself because you are good at a game, and some people are not. That's fine. That's fine. I personally don't care if I'm good at a game or not. Like, some people say that I'm good at this game. I think some people believe that I'm extremely talented or the best ever. No, just kidding. No, I don't think people think that. But excuse me. I think that people think that I am a little more knowledgeable at this game than the average person. I'm not. There's some really talented people who actually understand all the mechanics in every detail. I don't. I like to say I know the way the game feels. I know kind of how it works. Like, I don't min-max numbers. So, like, for example, if I'm like, oh shit, I'm out of furniture, I just go like this. I give them 3 more guys to the furniture, and then there's 4 guys, like 4 or 5 who are actually always working there. You see, there's 5 who are working right now, and they do have a shift time. So if I look right here, they start at 7 in the morning. So what time is it? 15. They're about to end their shift for the day because it's about to be the end of the day, and then they'll go home, relax. They'll go do other things. Somebody followed them around. Like, people spend a lot of time doing the research for me, and then I just kind of report on what I find, and then make stupid little videos about it. I don't even know where I was going with that, but I'm just happy to be doing these videos for you guys because this fucking game deserves a lot of content, a lot of good content, and I hope that I'm bringing it. Ocean Man definitely brings it. If you don't know Ocean Man, go check him out. He's very good at making some very edited videos. I'm gonna give him flack on his live streams though, because he'll have like the most jarring experience, but I think it's part of his charm. Okay, these guys need some money and some stuff here. Sure, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But he is a good friend of mine, and I like to help him out if I can. I think that YouTubers deserve to help each other, or should help each other, and new people and viewers, everyone. This isn't a greedy thing. It shouldn't be a condescending concept here. It should just be a fun little game, you know. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's not serious. I'm not gonna retire and post a video about it and say, guys, I'm tired. I've been playing Songs of Syx too long. That's a jab at a couple different YouTubers. But I honestly get so fucking fed up with that shit, man. Stop. Like, in Markiplier's case, I think it's valid because he's actually making a game. But there's others who are like, I don't know. It's definitely a gripe of mine. And that's something I've thought about in the past, is like whether I keep my gripes a part of the channel or not. And to be honest, who cares? That's the sentiment I've come up with in my life at this point. Who the fuck cares? If I swear in my videos and YouTube doesn't like it, that is their problem, not my problem. And if people don't like that, then they can just leave. That's okay. The same, I think it was Bethesda. No, it wasn't Bethesda. It was DICE. Well, a couple game studios literally say that. They'll be like, don't play the game. If you don't want to fucking play the game, don't play the game. And everyone stopped playing the game. And then their stock plummeted. And then they were in crash control for the next decade. Or, yeah, we're still in the next decade, but still, they're in free fall. I can't imagine the next Battlefield game. And the sad part is, the only reason why I'm talking about Battlefield is because originally this channel was Battlefield content back in the day, a long time ago, before any of you even knew about it. It was mostly Battlefield shorts and clips and stuff. Well, not shorts, but like just clips of my shenanigans. In Hardline, I was gonna play all kinds of other different games. Not Hardline, 1. But I did play a lot of Hardline. And this is not what I wanted. I wanted to put wood there. Oops. But the latest since, what, 5 with the World War II system, I haven't played. I haven't played it at all. And if I do plan on playing Battlefield, I think about playing Battlefield 3 or 4 or Hardline or 1 or any of the good ones. 1 was a fucking certified banger classic. And I will fight people they say it's not a good game. Because it is a great, great game. One of the best, and probably one of the last great games that company will ever see. Because they, from my understanding, I am not part of the industry, but what I've gathered, being a human being, playing video games for a long time, is that they get studios full of like new people out of college, and to replace all of these like veteran OG devs who've been making games their entire life, and literally could like code with the fucking calculator, and these kids are trying to replace them. And it's not an equivalency. It's sad to say these poor bastards had no chance in the world, especially like Halo and 343 and these other game studios. There's no chance in the world that you could compete with a guy who has worked like his entire life. A lot of these people pick it up late in life and they don't even understand anything. They're like babies. It's kind of like true for most trades in sports or anything, but especially true with games, when you have to make like the most beautiful, the best game ever the next game. That's why I stopped believing in the hype behind AAA games long ago. I called Cyberpunk out many years ago, and I got blasted online for it because people are like, how dare you talk poorly of the Witcher devs, they can do no evil. And then it came out and it was a donkey fucking disaster fire, and then everyone was mad at them except for their diehard fanboys. But that's my long rant aside, my boring ass rants aside. What's going on in 6 right now? We're still waiting for these guys. Finally, they do it. Look, I have to do that. So if you notice, they weren't taking all of this stuff over here. So I had to build a hauler and... Wow, of course you're going to say it. And a workstation. Put 5 guys dedicated to work there. And then now that it's done, they're finally going to work there. And we can remove that. And the onks should be in there now. We've got 32 already. Nice. And that's because I set them to not get rid of all of the livestock. So we have 35 total out of 57. Alright, they should tend all of that. And now that we've got that going, we don't need to have any farms with cotton. We can just literally keep our guys up with cotton on this little pasture here. We'll get another one soon too. Let's see, we've got this baby zone here. We've got the training ground up and running. Perfect, perfect. So 25 guys are training, that's why we have missing laborers. Let's put a logistics, oops, I love that. Logistics hauler. Right here. And we'll put it at fruit. Alright. And then we'll have 3 guys, or 1 guy there. I feel like that's a little over the top, so we're actually going to remove that. I don't feel like they need that much fruit there. They're probably going to waste a lot of that. Have that go like this. Perfect. I hate that it auto-employs fucking 2 guys to do that job. That is not real. Alright, let's activate this here. Alright. So, this has no babies. Because we don't have enough people. So we're gonna get a few more people. And what did we just unlock? I hate that I accidentally took it out. The ration maker and army supply depot. Okay, so that we can supply an army on the world map. That's fine. Let's create another group. Actually, sorry, disband. It's better to have them at higher numbers. Have them grow. And then wait, because we need to keep our population. So our reproduction capability is 19. We have 12 children and 2 babies. That's not even filling up 1 here. So we can close this down for now. Because they're not even gonna be able to fill this one up with babies yet. God dang it, man. That is an interesting mechanic and kind of annoying. Because until you have the amount of reproduction capability you need, you technically can't even produce a native population without just wasting a huge amount of time. I want to hunt these animals too. Ideally, I'd like to get some Amevians in my city so that we can have Amevians running Globdian pastures. But those guys are notoriously hard to keep as slaves. They do not like it. Cretonians don't mind. They will stay in submission far beyond your numbers. You could have like 250 Cretonian slaves and literally like 100 guys, and they'd still be happy with you. Let's put more guys here. We need to get our knowledge up. We'll get this out here. Put this up here. Alright. So we're trying to get bows. We're trying to build a ranger army here. Hunting too. Forgot about that. So we'll go into here. And if we want to make some good, easy, cheap money, we just go like this. What else do we want to give them? That's pretty good. That's fine. I just give them a couple hundred spare. You can see they like us a lot. They have 400% opinion of us. So they're our boys. Those are our homies. They're with us to the death. No, I'm just kidding. They would probably betray us pretty soon if we didn't keep our relations up. But that is fine by me because I will continue to keep my relations up with them. Let's build our road here. I do like to decorate these little corner blocks at the end. Oops. Do it like that. Just a little bit of harmony for the boys. And if we look, we should be able to see their environment. 88% on the harmony. Do they like dread as well? I kind of thought that they did like dread, but I didn't know. Let's see. They do like dread. Okay. What do they like more, though? Harmony or dread? So we could get away with putting... Okay, so they like harmony more, but we could get away with putting dread items. Although there is really not many. I had suggested to Jake that for an additional dread like an admittance, you should put the scaffolds, like actual decoration in the city, and that would help. And from his comment, he said that was a decent idea and that he was gonna think about it, but he's bothered by the way it looks. He doesn't like the shape and design of his current decoration for the scaffolds, and he wants to change that. And I told him that it looks beautiful, but I love everything in this game. I honestly don't find many things to complain about when it comes to this game, and I think some people might dislike that, and that's fine. Oh, look! This Cretonian got mauled to death. Take him away, brothers. Add him to the pile. That's lunch right there. Grab him. Yeah. That's lunch right there. Take him to the burger joint. Yes. Chop that fucking guy up, man. This is the glory of Songs of Syx right here. I might even make this a short because it's so great. Look at that. He's pulling out fucking filet mignon from this guy's torso. Then he just ripped his skin off and left the rest. Oh my god. He's gonna bring it over here and place them in a crate. He created 3 leather. Oh my god. So ideally my plan is to have a butcher zone kind of where the characters get kidnapped from their world zone here. If I look, there's gotta be guys, my neighbors. I need to have some neighbors like, yeah, like Kryptonians. And then we'll kill them, turn them into meat and other items, and then turn those meat and other items into rations and clothing and leather armor. And just continue on like that. Oh man, there's not very many rebel lands near me. This is a very fudged up spot I'm at, but it's okay. It's a pretty defensible spot we're at. So if they came at me, oh sorry, I usually fucking am asleep by this point of the day. I've been thinking about making side content on like just things I think about. That's kind of why I'm doing this experimental video, because I always have something to say and I talk a lot. That's something that people will say about me when I'm gone, is I talk a lot, and they won't be very happy about all the talking that I had done in the past. But that's kind of why I made the channel, so that I can get all the talking I have out. And I have quite some stuff to say about all sorts of different things. But at this point of the day, my brain starts to fall to mush. And it's because I work overnights. I work at an overnight job, and I've been doing so for a long time in the hopes to progress this channel and get this going. And we finally made it. Once we hit 1,000 subs, making monetization off this channel was something that I never thought could be done, especially as a child. This is the first time I'm talking about it in a while, because I had mentioned that once I hit 1,000, that's not the goal. I don't want to talk about it, but I do like to just like inform people what it is that I think. And it's an interesting concept, because when I was younger, and I'm older, I'm 27. People, they're not that old, but the people when I was young. Fuck you. Fuck this guy. I'm not gonna answer that. Just ignore it. They would constantly demean you or talk down and say that YouTube was a waste of time, and making videos or just in general playing video games is a waste of time, and all of these negative things. And I saw early on the potential, very, very early on, I saw the potential for YouTubing. I knew that you could make $1 million. You could make a very big amount of money making any kind of content. I knew it didn't even have to be video gaming. I just saw it very early, and due to certain factors, I wasn't really supported in that endeavor. It took me a long time to get to this point where I was able to make my own, and I actually had forgotten about it for a long time. That's the part of it that was strange to me, is that I forgot my goal. Doing other things in between, making comics and drawing and fucking around online, I forgot what my original goal was, which was to make a channel and make YouTube content. It didn't matter to me what it was. I had planned originally to do any type of gaming, in the same vein that I do now, but I have a much better gaming taste now than I did fucking 14 years ago when I wanted to start. Like I said, I wanted to do Battlefield and other games, and I was pretty good at it. And I would edit and record things from like Xbox and stuff, put them up onto YouTube, which was pretty interesting. And the nice of the Xbox to have that feature. Oh, we only have a 1% chance of being raided? Why did I feel like we were gonna get raided a lot faster than that? It felt like I was getting ready to be attacked like constantly. Well, let's upgrade that too. I don't really like the design or the look of it, and that's why I hope in the future Jake does a variation for each type, the dread, the harmony, and the awe for training grounds, so that they fit the type of person they're training. They're not... The cities, I feel like, need to look like the people they're training, and they're fitting all of the designs behind them. So the new roads, I fucked it up on the devlog, and I haven't recorded 6, I think, since, or maybe I have. I honestly forgot to comment on it, but I fucked up the roads, and there's some really unique roads that are coming. They're going to look like the actual, like, Garthimi floors of their houses. And then he also took the texture from the houses of these guys, and he put that as a road. So some of these house textures are going to be roads as well. So you have, like, wooden floors throughout the whole city, which I personally like, because you'll have, like, gazebos in different types of areas. You'll have more of an inclination to build outdoor buildings with wooden floors inside. Gonna look really nice. Look really fucking nice. Let's see how our children, our babies, are doing. We got 20 children there. We've got 0 there. God damn it, man. 23. So my question is, when it says reproduction capability, is that the total number of children that you could theoretically create? I don't know. I honestly don't know, because this is a newer feature. But it looks like it. It looks like it, because they only put down 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's like a half a fruit. It's just that no one is making babies. Well, let's get more people. We can afford it. We can definitely afford to do that. And then we also will create another 50-man regiment. And I like to give them the same icon, if they're in that same vein of character. So you see they both have that sword. So we'll know that their training is for that purpose. And also we're going to need another one of these, because they are not training fast enough. Not enough space. City expansion at this point of the game is very slow. I obviously could go and buy a mercenary army and start expanding and beating up neighbors and stuff and doing all that stuff. But I don't know. I don't really want to. I also don't have the population. I need to be at 500. I always forget, you need to have 500 population to get the admin points anyways. So we have some time before we can think about actually benefiting from taking over anyone. Still, with the 25 there, but you can see they put out what I'd say is 25, and then it's like 25.4 or whatever. There's an additional one. But no one is... There's no babies, man. Where are the babies? Put the babies in there, man. God damn it. Where's your babies at? How are we doing on cotton? Cotton, 109 by the midpoint of summer. Meat production is decent. We've got the second garrison training ground here up and running. Technology, let's see. Allocated, start with 1,000. Right. Okay, so the problem is that there's just insufficient workers allocated here. Our target is 810. They should get their knowledge up there in time. I need to get to 700 so that we can actually get this here. I might as well get that so that they speed up their training. And then they're out of there and back into the laboratory where they should be. Should be learning. Should be thinking and learning. Let's see. Is it worth it? There's too many workers that these take up. They take up 10. 9. 9. Why does this one take one more? Oh yeah, no, because the Onyx... Okay, Onyx take up a lot more animal space. So that number here is about the same, actually, because you see it's about 150 food, 38, 14, so we're making about half. The numbers are adding up. The numbers are adding up, Mason. We do want to get some technology towards that in the future, though. There we go. I'll speed it up. At 250 times speed. If you didn't know, you can hold or click the hotkey 4 down again, and you'll do the fastest speed possible, and you'll enter what's called the glitch mode. Look at these guys. If certain arrangements are met, certain characters will twerk. Like if they're stuck in something, or if they're in a corner, they'll just do some twerking. That is like very satisfying to look at. Even in full 250 times speed, this game is so beautiful. We're waiting for our population to get to 200. Alright, there we go. We have 68 bows. Let's slow it down here. Slow it down. We're gonna go into military, archery, training ground. It doesn't matter if this one is square or not because they don't give a shit. And then we will put 10 and 10. Should be able to get away with that. Yep, 20. It's gonna be loud as hell over here. We need some more wood. Need more wood. Constantly out of wood. Bucket, of course. Special thank you to the buses in the neighborhood for slamming on their horns every day. That's exactly the way that people hear you. They can't hear your fucking chains jingling and all that shit off your side of your fucking bus. You gotta slam your horn. Alright. So what the come on. So we have these guys going up here. What's going on in the fabric weaver here? Oh, we just have literally no weavers. That's why I moved. If we had more weavers, that'd probably help. And then we could also pop up this number here a little bit. Do 8. Tailor. A couple more tailors. We're growing. We're growing. Who needs a house? Where? There should be enough. Oh, there's definitely not enough anymore. Let's copy this area. Now we're getting to the point, though, this area is too overcrowded, and we're gonna need better service access. Because at a certain point, when you have like a couple hundred guys like this, there's no more services for the boys. So we're actually gonna do distribution. I like them to just be along the roads, to be honest. I feel like it looks better. Like a little food market. Sure, we'll get 5 more. 10 more, actually. We'll do 10. Why did it drop a service there? If you go back and check that dropped from 200 to 199. That's interesting. Let's have builds that. That should keep them pretty happy. Actually, I have a better idea. To deal with the fact that they're gonna need a lot of food in this area, we're actually gonna put haulers right on the corner here. Like so. Yep, that works. Actually, nah. I'll do the one. I'm always confused or unaware whether the haulers will leave these food rotted. Like, I don't want the food to rot on the ground. That's my problem. So we'll put it like the other way. Alright, these technically should be getting done pretty soon. They're building this housing over here as well. So the Kryptonians live over here where they have to work. Alright, let's do that. And have fruit on that one. Oh, I thought that said 81%. 18% is not that bad. It's not crippling. And that's why we keep spare animals. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this will provide them with decent amount of service. Comes to food stalls. Speakers are still good. Fight pits are fine. The only reason why they're down right now is because they have less workers. Alright. Nice. We've got that up and running. So what we are going to do is edit, make these guys archers. And we will build a warehouse. This is going to be a big-ass warehouse. That is a big-ass warehouse right there, if it was to be one. We're going to build it like so. Steady hand. Look at that. I usually fuck that up. Alright, we're going to put a ton of crates in here. Like so. This is all going to be bows and arrows. Or just bows. There's no arrows. There used to be arrows in this game. You didn't know. You'd have to make them both. That was like very briefly though. I only remember it for a short period of time, and honestly it's like that Berenstein Bears thing where it wasn't real, or was it not real? I'm pretty sure it was real. Pretty sure we had to build arrows, but I could be crazy. Let's build. I'm gonna do a little pattern here, like so, and then we'll put flower, flower. There's no point of putting benches out in front, because the benches are going to actually cause them to be unhappy. They'll be sitting in a noisy area. At least that's my understanding of it. I've never tested that theory, but that seems like what would happen. Because if they sit in harmony, they get the harmony boost. If they sit in noise, I think they would get fucking pissed off. So, try to avoid that. Down 4 workers because they're still training. And now we have this other one. There's the rest of them are training up. But if we look, they're at 5% range training. We should be at a very 1.4% chance of being raided. Not gonna happen, Trumps. Not gonna happen. Build the roads for this here. Alrighty. Get that wood over here, man. Where's that wood at? So what these guys are good for, in my opinion, is once they hit the mid game, they just start to explode. But at the rate where they're at, they're not there yet. We're still not even able to get the next level of children. We only have 11 children. No babies. Is it fucking glitched, or what the fuck is going on? I have no clue. We'll have to figure that out in the future. I think we just had a message. Sickness. Oh, someone's sick. That's fine. And let's activate this one as well. So we'll have 60, 80 total slots for training, which is pretty good. And then we have barely 50 here. But we're not going to be training melee groups like that for the most part. Ideally, I might build like 2 more on the other side here. Or I probably will build 2 here. And then build 4 more of this. Because we want to just have tons and tons of training grounds for these guys. I should have enough for this. Why are you guys all asking me for things, man? What do I get from it? They never give me stuff. Why can't they just come to me and say, hey, I have 2,000 fucking bows for you here. Take them. Or rations, actually. I'd take some rations. Rations would be real nice. I'm just thinking about what we need to do to progress past this point. Noise is not really a factor, which is pretty good. We're keeping the noise down. Harmony is up there. Dread is not in existence. Trees are great. Cannibalism needs to be up there. They only have access to 40% roads. Where are you guys? I think it's because when they come into the city, they have to walk along here. I'll just do this for now. This Capitol building is going to move. Ideally, we'll probably have it up in here somewhere. We're not going to mine that stone. It's pointless. There's really no reason for our guys to ever do that. And then we can have these guys train up for ranged combat in a minute. But we're going to let the city recover for a second with the 35 extra guys we have. Let's see, we've got a lot of spare resources. Let's sell all of our spare. I'll just give it away, actually. I don't care about the $900. Put more guys in here, crafting bows. A couple more guys in the weaver. Max out the carpenter. Tailor. Probably pop this up as well. Now my question, I think we need an additional one. I don't want to do that. I want to put Entledome pastures. What I'll have to do in order to do that, though, is I'll have to make the mock-up shape. And the way I did that was like so. And then like that. Then just connect them up. I'm just gonna do it a different way, like this. Probably be a little easier to connect them up like that. Yeah, so it is different for each different size, I guess, or different animal. So we're gonna put this down here. Yeah, that's fine. And then delete that. And I see what I did wrong here. This is supposed to be a single lane road. That's why I was feeling like there's something wrong there. We could put another ox pasture. We have spare laborers, we may as well. Copy this. All we're gonna be doing is farming it, or pasture work anyways, so we may as well just keep expanding. Dude, we have 147 iron. I thought we would be running low on iron all the time. Instead, we have surplus. That's crazy. And that's what I mean when I say that every race is not bad at everything. Some people are actually good at anything. They can do anything. Some of them aren't good at things, like Garthumis aren't very good at things. But like, as humans, you can have smelters as humans and they're fine. They'll smelt just as good as anyone else. And a lot of people think you need to have, like, Dundarian slaves doing it. Or Dundarians themselves. No, you could just literally have it as it is. Oh, I thought that was supposed to be in the middle of the road. That's fine. We'll do this. Kind of filling in the blanks of where there should be some light. Using the trees on the side to actually tell myself so I don't have to wait for them. Alright, so that goes there. Damn, we still have a lot of iron. What the heck? What can I use to upgrade? I fucking never had this problem in my life before. I have spare water and I could build extra pumps to make the iron go over there, but like, I don't know how to bring the water. I do have a plan to do that. Somebody was mentioning that it helps to have water alongside these pastures. Trust me, I'd like to do that. I think that we could get away with it having like it in front. But we'd have to take out our trees. That's the problem. Or actually, you know what? Let's see what a pump would do. 43% in here. If I was to remove this bit, they still can't pass around it, I don't think. No, I think they can. Here, let's do a test here. We're gonna see if we can't put water pumps in this area. And if they can pass around it. I think they can, yeah, they can because they can walk on the thing itself. So we'll have the canal go like that. Correctamundo. The work value, the pressure, 2 tiles. Yeah, I was gonna say it should go up to like at least 30. Because there's 44% groundwater. Are they working there? The work value, it's not up there. There we go. It's filled up. So now let's see. Skill, species, climate. Doesn't say anything about the water helping it. But it certainly looks much better. So let's do this here. Now my thought is, I think I want to have another kind of like in here, like this. We'll have this other one, water pump, go in here. Canal. And then we could do another one over there, but I'm gonna save that for later because I am calling it a day. I think that is good enough for today. I think we've done quite some bits and bobs, and it's definitely getting to be about an hour of playtime now. I try to limit myself to about an hour and a half or an hour, just so I don't burn out on songs. But when it gets into the new updates, I definitely play a lot more. So expect more series, longer series when the new update comes out, because there's some really interesting stuff that I'd like to cover, I'd like to actually do. There's some fun little gimmicks, ideas that I have planned. While I'm talking, I'll just put the fucking pump in, but getting sleepy, and I don't want to keep the video going if I can't fucking think straight. But I think we did some really good stuff here. You can see having these little water zones is actually going to help out with the fertility anyways. It's all fertile zone. So let's see how many animals we had. We had 27, 26. The animals didn't grow, but I think that you get more out of them. Yeah. Yep, actually, yep. A full 10 extra. Because it was at 300. roughly. Or maybe not. I could be wrong, because this is a little later in the season the last time we looked at it. I don't know. If anyone really knows those details, I know someone did comment them, but I swear there's so many comments when you get into this higher stage of YouTube. I'm not even that big, but once you get to a little bit bigger, you start to lose yourself in all the comments. So I try to keep my eyes on everyone, but it's hard to be doing that and playing the games and also looking out for new games and doing my real life stuff as well, which is working. I have been working a lot and expect this next couple weeks to be a little bit weird, or the next week or so, as I am moving. I should be moving at the end of March, and I will be moving into a new place very close to where I currently live. I won't dox myself, although I don't care if people know where I'm from. I'm not that special. There's really nothing you can do to get at me unless you want to steal my information. Okay, go ahead. There's not much to obtain, my friends. Not much to obtain. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.